Welcome Viking. It's this time of the month again where there is a Valheim update, and this one is kind of interesting. It's got some small tweaks and fixes and some changes that you might enjoy as well. So this is version 0.153.2, which was released on May 12, 2021. So I'm going to go through the patch notes here and discuss a little bit about it. I'm going to show some things that actually were changed in-game that actually are pretty cool. So first off, let's look at what they say. Good day. Today we have a fine selection of fixes and tweaks for you guys to enjoy, including some much needed sparkling visual updates on a few of our older creatures, and actually kind of nice. We've also made some changes to the Harpoon mechanics to make it less rubber-bandy and more ropey. Enjoy, and I think that one is going to be really good as well. So let's look at the first one. You probably don't run into that one, which says fix smelter issue when a very long time has passed since visiting 10,000 days. Nope, I am not on 10,000 plus days, but I guess if you just leave it running perpetually since last year, maybe you're going to be in the high. Next one, a 30-second pre-world save warning added, which is good. It's always good to have this save warnings just in case of people are aware that it's going to be coming, especially if you have a large server with a lot of things on where the save might take a little bit of time to go through. We then have the stone stair physics fix, and this is something that if you've been building off with stone, you realize that they are trying to fix some of the problems where it would just start crumbling everything even when it shouldn't. So that's good that they are still working on this. Inventory screen gamepad focus fix. I don't use a gamepad, but I guess that's good so you can actually use your inventory properly. Now comes to one large creature visual overhaul, troll boss 2 and boss 3. And which one is the boss 2? Is the elder, of course. Boss 3 would be bone mass, and these are actually quite cool changes. I will go in and show how the changes look actually after I've gone through this patch notes. We also have the troll ragdoll material fix. Don't know what that means. Is it when they... Why would the material ragdoll out? That's a little bit weird. Maybe when they're dropped. We have the Harpoon mechanics overhaul that they actually showed, and we're going to try that out in the game as well. Engine updates, stability improvements, good. I actually have not personally had any crashes whatsoever. Not a single crash, which is, I think, is really good. Which means that the engine has been working really well, because that's really rare. Draugr archer visual fixes. 1 and 2 star Draugrs sometimes got the wrong material. I guess the color and the texture and everything. Fixed issues when crafting station is destroyed while in use. Well, if you have friends who keep destroying it, maybe you should bash them over the head as well. But maybe there was some issue or crash or desync there. Creature group spawning adjusted to avoid spawning over total limit. I wish there were more ways to actually set how the creature spawning was working. I was playing the other day at Vulcanites actually, which had a really good mechanics where you could specify how many extra enemies were being spawned when you had more than one player. So for instance, you had one extra player, you could say an extra 40% per player, which means if you have 2 players, you had plus 40, and you can also then specify their reinforcement limit, or how many were coming in, where they're actually keep reinforcing the available spawns that are in there, which gave you a lot of granularity to actually tweak that yourself. I know that Valheim has some kind of group spawning, and I believe the hit points that are increased when you're playing in a group, it would be nice if you can actually set that in the settings in the game or the server, so you can actually maybe have a little bit less or a little bit more if you wanted to. Let's say you have a nice beefy server, you want to have 10 times as many just because you're 10 times as many players, which might make sense. But maybe we'll get that in the future. We also have the credits updated. Good. I mean, more people means that more credits, so a lot more people in the credits. And localization updates, which are always good, and that they continue to work on the localization. But let's go into the game and have a look at the troll, elder, and the bone mass boss. Okay, we are here in the game here. Let me see. Let me just eat a little bit so I have a little bit of stamina. We're going to go in debug mode. Actually, we're not going to do that first. We're also going to do dev commands. It's no longer I'm a cheater. Now it says using dev commands, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. Now we're going to do debug mode like that so we can fly around a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier as well. And we're going to go into God so we don't actually get killed. So the first one we're going to do, spawn troll. And this is actually changed in actually all of them. Let's do spawn troll 1. And he's a bit pissed off. But you look at him, he's got more of this, I guess, hair or maybe fur or whatever you want to call it. Looks like grass that is attached to him. And it looks good. I mean, it's nice that they are doing that and just updating these models. It is something that always happens when games are... Okay, come on over here. When games are continually being developed, they do look outdated, and I believe they were saying they also have made the muscles a little bit more defined, everything, and I wish that they keep on working on these models, because it does make quite a big difference to see them updated and nicer as we go along. They're not super good, so they're still... Is he gonna sneeze? I know I don't smell. I am sure I have... I'm sure I showered. But anyway, it's good that they actually made him look better, but let's see if we can get rid of him. Oh, let's stagger. I love that stagger, actually. I like when you're fighting them and he does that staggering. Alright, taken care of. So that's the troll. You see the additional fur and grass and... Yep, nothing is hiding now. Okay, so let's do the next one. Spawn Elder 1. That does not work because they have a really weird naming for the second one. It's actually GD King. So we have Eikthyr, Bone Mass, Dragon, Goblin King, and then we have the GD King, which is a little bit weird, but anyway. And he looks really, really good, actually. I have to say that the, you know, now that we have this it's a little bit weird. You got this stone like it's gone straight through him, and it's got this purplish thingies that are sort of veins that are going through his body. Looks really nice. And is that a... It looks like there's some writing runes on the actual stone as well, which is really cool. I like him. I like that they have these big bosses and everything that are... I guess because I'm in God mode, he doesn't really care. That actually walk around and look cool as they sort of majestically stalk around and then try to kill you. Not that they're that difficult to kill. They're a little bit tanky, but that's probably more it. It's not that they are really that difficult. But I like it. I like that they sort of keep updating this one as well, because it looks even better now. But let's get rid of him. That's how you defeat him as well. He's dead. Totally dead. Now, actually, my favorite, even though I really hate fighting him, is Spawn, Bone Mass, and let's see if we get him up here. Come up here. Nope. Bone Mass 1. Oh, sorry. There he comes. And if you look at him, you'll see that they have improved him quite a bit. It's sort of like they put some kind of, I guess, armor or clothing around, of sort of bones around him. He used to just be this green blob, which was kind of boring. Now they've sort of put this armor around him, like this prehistoric, I guess, big lizard or something that he's killed and sort of draped around him. Sort of like a bandolier, which looks really, really cool. It's not super organic. If you notice, it doesn't... It looks like it's a little bit weirdly on in some, depending on how you look at it. But you see, look at him as well. You see the teeth, it's like going straight through him. So it's got, actually, this one looks like it's got the biggest change as well. I really like this. I like what they've done with him. Maybe they should have had some sort of green glow as well. Beyond just his eyes that are a little bit, looks a little bit irritated there. He's got a little bit of green glow in there. But I like him. I like that he looks so now he looks more ferocious with those teeth there. You have this one that is sort of going through. Normally when you're fighting him, you don't actually get to have such a good look at him, because you're sort of busy with a lot of things. So it's nice to sort of take the time to really see him, even though I do hate all that green poison that he spews around it. But I mean, doesn't that looks good? I think he looks even better than the troll. Eikthyr and Bone Mass definitely look better than the troll. I think they've spent more time on it, and I think that's good. I think it pays off, even though you might not appreciate it while you're fighting him. But if you're looking at him like this or from a distance, you definitely would. So really, really nice. Let's get rid of that Bone Mass. Oh, the Bone Mass trophy look. I never really realized. Maybe this has been changed as well. But it looks really gross, but also cool at the same time. Oh, I guess I picked him up there. Oh, really nice. So the last thing we have here is the Harpoon, that they've said has been made less rubber-bandy and more ropey. So let's throw this in. Let's see if that pulls him better. I think it does. Actually, it looks like it is a rope that you sort of stuck. I thought it was like bouncing quite a lot previously, which was really annoying. Like it was like stuttering and everything like that. So that actually looks better. And which is, I mean, I like the Harpoon. I mean, it's a really good mechanic actually for moving things around, like you can see here. And I like that. I think that looks like really like you do have that rope that is attached. And you'll pull. Oh, it did escape. I didn't realize that. Oh, I ran out of stamina. That would explain it. So, hold on. Let me get a little bit of stamina. And then can I do that again? You're losing stamina continually, but it is attached to him as a rope, and it is really pulling him. Nice. Actually, that actually makes it easier to move him around. So I think this is a nice change, even though it's going to pet him. Yep, I'm going to pet him. And my stamina is no longer... Oh, it's going down very slowly. Very slowly, maybe because he's not struggling anymore, because he's really happy with me. But this is a good change, and together with the updated models of the bosses, I think that's a really nice part of this update and this patch, even though it's fairly small. But I'm glad they put it in, and hopefully we're going to see the Hearth and Home DLC expansion coming soon, because it's a little bit... they're supposed to be having, I think, 4 of them this year, and they still haven't given a single one, which means that we're running out of time. It's going to be, what, 1 per every 2 months, which is going to be quite a lot of content, but I think a lot of people are really, really looking forward to see the expansion. So hopefully we see that within the next month or 2, maybe. If it's longer than that, I think they're going to have a lot of problems actually finishing out all the expansions that they have planned for this year. But that's going to be it. I'm going to be pulling around my boards here because that looks really fun. Oh, maybe I should do that for my wolves. Oh, maybe something else.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.